Hi, today we are going to see about the very small aperture terminal in satellite communication systems. What is a Vsat? Vsat, that is very small aperture terminal. Satellite based wide area network with a centrally managed hub is the Vsat. It is the antenna size of the Vsat network is 1.2 meter less than a normal antenna. Multi-service platform. Data telephony and multimedia communications are communicated using Vsat. For optimal continent-wide networks of hundreds or thousands of units, small networks integrated in shared hub service, large network in the tens of thousands for internet access are used in very small aperture terminal satellite communication. The advantages of VSATs are as follows. The first one is full or partial independence from terrestrial infrastructure, cost savings over terrestrial lines, nationwide reach, distance independent, network management from a single point, quick deployment, network flexibility, consistent and rapid response time, increased network availability and reliability, inherent broadcast and multicast platform. The unicast multicast broadcast versions of VSATs are as follows. In unicast, each unicast packet is numbered and acknowledged. In multicast, the multicast packets are not acknowledged and different data streams can be sent simultaneously to many users. The broadcast packets are sent to all users in the network simultaneously and broadcasts are not acknowledged. In Vsat networks, it can use reliable broadcast protocols and applications that are based on NACK and not NACK. The Vsat network architectures. In one-way communication, the Vsat network receives the data only. The bitrate is high, DVB complement output. Inbound return channel via dial-up modem can be used with existing infrastructure. The two-way communication uses star topology. All VSATs communicate via single hub. Network is independent of existing infrastructure. Vsat antenna size depends upon power and gain of hub antenna. Also upon inbound bitrate, ODU power and satellite footprint. Contention-based access usually TDMA or FTTDMA. Typical pinging time in Vsat network architecture is approximately 650 to 700 milliseconds. In two-way, it also uses mesh topology. The VSAT communicate directly with each other. Some system requires initial signaling via the hub. It uses larger antenna and higher power is required at the VSAT. When smaller antenna size is used in the VSAT, lower power requirement at the hub. Used extensively in telephone networks, the delay is minimized on Vsat to Vsat calls. The network management in very small aperture terminal is based on entire network controlled, configured and monitored from a single location called the Network Operations Center. The Vsat communication bands for geostationary satellites located at an altitude of 36,000 km and spaced approximately every 2 degrees is shown in this table. For L band, the uplink frequency is 0.9 to 1.6 GHz and the downlink frequency is 0.9 to 1.6 GHz. It's shared with terrestrial interfaces. For band S, the uplink frequency is 1.6 GHz to 1.625 GHz and the downlink frequency is 2.483 to 2.5 GHz. It's shared with ISM band. The C band uses 3.7 to 4.2 GHz uplink frequency and 5.925 to 6.425 downlink frequencies. They shared with terrestrial. In KU band, the uplink frequency is 11.7 to 12.2 GHz and the downlink frequency is 14.5 GHz. Attenuation due to rain. In KA band, 17.7 to 21.7 is the uplink frequency and 27.5 to 30.5 GHz is the downlink frequency. It requires high equipment cost and affected by rain space segment. Vsat networks lease space segment from the fixed satellite service provider. The price is mainly determined by bandwidth and power. Geosynchronous satellite frequencies consists of an uplink and downlink which cover a 500 MHz bandwidth. The many transponders operating within this range typically extended from 36 to 72 MHz. Each transponder has a fixed finite power level that is shared among the users. Excessive power levels can cause distortion to all users on the transponder. Thank you. This is the architecture of very small aperture terminal, that is Vsat.